Alright, I'm back with another let's create some gameplay mechanics, abilities, mechanics, whatever you want to call them, that I see in video games that I find interesting and I want to replicate them. I saw Destiny 2, I guess it's a Sentinel. He has this shield toss where his ability is that when he throws out the shield, it'll I guess hit a bunch of enemies in a certain amount of time and in a certain time limit that are in a certain area. And I'll show you how that's done. Alright, so if I hit square, it hits all the guys, and after a certain amount of time it will come back, and as with the number 1 indicator is that it shows that I can just reset with L1. Again, it shows I have 1 shield. I cannot continue to spam more shields until the shield comes back. And it basically it will follow me anywhere until it comes back to me. And then it has a range, so if I'm like in this corner, I cannot do it until I get closer to this. Alright, so that's basically how, that's basically what I did. And if you want to see the actual logic behind it, stick around. If not, maybe I'll catch you in the next one. Alright, so let's see how we did that. Alright. Oops. Alright. So I'm just going to really just show the logic, because if I go and rebuild it, it's easier to, I feel like, explain it this way if you just put all the logic in that I have here. Alright, so quickly, what you need here is, first off, is get a variable and a variable modifier. And what you're going to want to do is get your variable, set it to here, 1. So basically you have 1 shield, right? That's what you start off with, 1 shield. Alright, these numbers don't matter, just keep them where they're at. Alright? And then you want to hook this up to a number displayer. And you want to make sure you hook it up to the number range. Alright? So first off, that's literally what's going to pop up on your screen, the 1. So now we have 1 shield. Alright? So in your controller logic, there's going to be a ragdoll. So I have other videos to show you how to implement the ragdoll. So or you don't have to. You can just have them. They'll just destroy. You can just make them destroy. Doesn't matter. All right. So here's the logic on this. So when you press square, you basically have to be. And here's our variable modifier. So put the variable modifier. You want to get variable name shield, and you want to -1. So, well, no, don't -1. It's just getting the variable. It's not even. This isn't even highlighted. Don't worry about that. So it's outputting this variable value. So right at this moment you have 1. So it's saying if it's greater than 1 and you're pressing square, power this on. Alright, this is basically our detection range. So this also won't, now you won't emit this emitter, which is your shield, till you're in this range. So you can make the range as big or small as you want. So again, this range is basically letting you know that I'm at a certain distance from the enemy and I can release the shield. Alright, and I'll show you what it says. So what you can do for now is you can just put tag enemy can leave all this. Alright, and then it's going to be detected. Alright, so if you want to do exactly, just do a sphere, 23.4, no zone fall off, and then no tag, because this is a tag. We're going to create a tag, not a label. These are labels. Alright, so we have that. Alright, so once it's detected, once you are in range, it will emit. Alright, and we'll create the emitter after, but we can show you what I have here. So we have it emitting at 5.5 speed. Again, this is raw preference, faster, slower, whatever you want. Emit once, local space, 0, 0, 0, and yeah. And then what you want to do is object just emitted. So this is where the variable modifier comes in handy. So now, object just emitted, this will, you want a variable name as your shield. You want to add, alright, even though you're going to -1, you want to add when powered on, and then just put a -1. So what happens is, when you emit the shield, it's going to subtract the one shield that we have already. Alright? So now we will create our shield. Alright, so what you want to do for the shield is just, again, do it quickly. It doesn't need to look perfect. It's better this is more just prototyping. So you don't want to spend too much time on all this stuff. Especially if you're someone that really likes more the logic than the art side. I like the art side, but I'm not artistic, so I don't do it. Alright, so we'll just, I don't know, we'll give it this, I guess. Alright, just stamp it down. And then you're going to want to snap a microchip to it, alright? So once the microchip is snapped to it, you can make it look like this or whatever. Alright, so what I'm going to do is show hide. So this will let me see. Don't mind the squares, little cubes on their heads. I put that there so it was better of a detection when the follower was, I'll show you actually. Alright, so here is our logic on our shield, right? So what you're going to want is a health modifier, alright? Very simple. Leave it as per hit. Again, this will take away 100 in one hit, alright? And that's basically what we want to do, like a one hit kill. And that's what our puppet has. He has 100 health. So you want it on impact. You can do zone. Impact is better because it actually, I like it because it actually shows the impact, and it actually affects the ragdoll a little bit. So, alright, so I'll show you. You don't need to have any of this. You can detect label foe. It's going to detect that's what our label is on our enemy. He's our foe. Alright, so then we have a gyroscope. Now what this gyroscope does is why you need this is if you don't have this on, it's going to spin like crazy. It will flop around and it'll just spin. This way it keeps it upright. So with this gyroscope, you just hit L1 square and just type in 9999. That's as high as it can go. You could just do as many nines really fast, and it'll just max out the highest value it can do. All right. I didn't put align all axes. You could test that out. So I did 100 strength, 100 dampening, and that's that. All right. So alright, so this is what we did. Alright. So we threw a follower in here, alright? So what's going to happen is this is going to follow our enemy. Alright? So you want it to follow, not pull, or flee. So again, I follow at the 5 speed. It's fine. 100 strength, 0 dampening, And again, this is all like you mess around with it. So like what this does here. Now what this follower is going to do is it's going to follow everything that is in this sphere. So once it hits one of these enemies, as long as the enemies are within the sphere, it's going to keep following. It's going to basically go to the closest one first. And then once that one's dead, it's going to move on to the next one. And then I guess if you didn't want to do like a one hit, you'd have to power off the tag for a little bit. And then he would go to a next one. Because he'll just stick with the follower. It'll just stick at that tag if it's not a one-hit kill, or if it's, and it'll just keep banging into that one. And if you just wanted to just hit it once and then move on to another one, then you'd have to power it off. You can do this. Again, this is what 3.3. So again, this is where how big that range is. You can make it smaller or bigger. Again, up to you. I did these numbers. I don't really know. You can probably keep them all at 100, but for some reason it seems to work. Alright, so again, this is found target. So once it's found target, again, you want to have it say enemy here, and then I'll put the end. We'll do the enemy tags after. Alright, so once it detects, it's going to start the timer. Alright, and then this timer basically says once it's detected, it's going to continue. It's going to let the shield bounce off as many enemies as it can until this timer runs out. I gave it 2 seconds to attack as many enemies as it can in 2 seconds. Alright. And then what this is going to do, and we'll do this after. So what happens is when the timer outputs, it gives 2.7 seconds. Why does it do that? So it outputs. Oh, because when it's coming. All right, no, actually, we'll do this. So I did this for the reason is that it will destroy at the same time as this is teleporting back. So this is at 3 seconds. I had to make it a little shorter than this. So actually, this is what we do here. All right, so we're actually gonna have it teleport back. So after the timer, once it's done detecting everything and the timer's ran out, we put a signal manipulator. And this signal manipulator is gonna make it smoothly teleport back to our character. It's gonna actually not just teleport instantly. So it's going to teleport back. All right. And you want to put it on this. And then we want that to go into a teleporter. And I called it right hand. Again, it's going to try to find a tag. All right. So say enter tag. And you want it to match target position and match orientation. And we'll do all the tags last. All right. So what's going to happen is it's basically going to teleport back to our right hand, which is this tag. All right. So on that, so basically it teleports back, but we kind of just want it to disappear, and that's why we have this. And then because this is 3 seconds, I made this 2.7 a little bit less, so it will destroy as it gets closer to the hand before it reaches the hand, because I don't have any animations or none of that, which you'd probably want to have animation of him kind of maybe grabbing it or whatever, something like that. All right, and then once this timer finishes, once it's just before it's destroyed or whatever, this will add 1 shield. So you need your variable modifier called shield. It'll add 1 shield. So what that does is it gives me back a shield. So now I can actually, because I had, I'll show this again. That's why the variable modifiers come here, and this is why this and is here. Because if I have if I have anything less than 1 shield, see, it's greater than 1, so 1. Alright, so basically if I have more than 1 shield, I I can throw it. If I have less than 1, I cannot throw the shield. So if I have 0 shields, I cannot throw it. Alright? So that's basically all of the logic for the character. Again, you might want to collides with everything with the missile, because that's what I call the shield and missile. Alright, oh yeah, so that's another thing. So if you go into this shield, oops. Oh, actually, I will do one more thing. We called it shield. Alright, so I called it missile, I mean. So what happens here now with the emitter is once you have that, you just take this thing. I can actually show you. Take it. Now to get that off, you just hit triangle. It'll get rid of it. Take it and you drag it onto it. Alright? And then this circle will most likely be right on here. And you're going to want to just drag it to where you want it to emit from. And then pull the little arrow forward. Alright? So that's most of it. Alright? So now we just have to make our tag. Alright, so you want to just go get tag for the hand. This is where it's going to teleport back to. Alright, so we go into our movers. Oh no, my bad. Go into this tags. Alright, get one tag, and then you're going to want to scope in. And to scope in, because you want to get it right on the right hand. So we can scope in with L1 and X, L1X, and then once you get to where it's highlighted, you can actually I will show you quickly. So gadgets, tag. Alright, so if you want it, you just L1 will snap it, and you can see the hand kind of highlighting a little bit. Alright, and then L1X. Again, once it's flat, you know it's snapped to it. Then you can L1 square open it, and then call it, again, whatever you want to really call it. I called it right hand for now. Alright, and then you'll take this thing, when this is open, you'll take this thing and position it where you want it, you know. Again, the positioning of it doesn't really matter, because it's going to delete before it's going to destroy before it gets to the hand. It'd be more for, again, if you had animations all set up for it. Alright, so delete that. And then I created 2 more tags. And the reason I created 2 tags here is because of the follower. When there's only one tag situated right on the head or something, I don't know. I created 2 because it seems to have a better chance when the follower is closer to the enemy to actually hit it. Alright? Because the follower, for some reason, isn't as reliable to get really close. So I created 2, and I called it enemy. Alright, all you gotta do is, again, take it, put it into your puppet logic. Again, in a way, I just literally copied this guy to this guy. And what I did was I deleted mostly everything here. And this is your puppet logic. You can just delete everything here, copy this. And again, I destroyed it once he's down to no health, and I emitted. This is where I emitted the what's it called? The ragdoll. And again, I have a video of that if you want to look at that, and it'll show you how to emit ragdolls. Or again, you can just destroy, and that's it, you know, for now. Alright, so what else do we have here? Alright, so if we scope into him, we called him foe. And again, I put one here, and then the other one kind of behind. Alright? And the reason there's this extra square here is all I did was let's go to modes. Again, you don't have to do this, but I felt like it gave it more of a chance to kind of it'll make the head move more when it impacts the head. So again, all I did was stamp down a square, made it small to the size I wanted, and literally just did like the hand and scoped in to the head. attached it to the head. So basically that's it. I mean, hopefully that was, you can understand that. And yeah, uh, I think that's a pretty cool little mechanic. So if you liked it, uh, if I might have missed anything, just leave in the comments anything, positive, negative, anything. I don't really care, If you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, you didn't. That's fine. But give me a reason of why you didn't like it if you disliked it, and subscribe, and I'll make more stuff like this, guys. So, I guess I could show it off one more time. Oop, not again. Oh, and if you want to do like a quick little tip, fast. If you want to just do a reset, so you can just keep testing it out, what you do is you go into, again, you can assign it to any button. I assigned it to L1, and then global settings, and over here will let you reset the scene, so you don't have to keep either going back or so there we go. All right, that's it. All right, guys. Hope you liked it again, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.